So recent data from DeFi Llama has confirmed that the TVL, that's total value locked on Arbitrum-based applications, has increased by $1 billion since October 2023. That's just a few months ago. Arbitrum-based products are getting a lot of justified attention from investors because really it's improving on all the weak points that we would associate with Ethereum. Because, of course, Arbitrum is fast, it's also scalable, and probably most importantly, it offers ultra cheap transactions. So like I said, Arbitrum is getting a lot of attention as of late, deservedly so. And in this video, we're looking at 3 white-hot projects that are indeed building on Arbitrum. Welcome to the channel, TGIF, and happy Friday. My name is Maddie and this is Altcoin Buzz. Maybe you're really into Arbitrum. Maybe you're investing into that project or its associated ecosystem projects. Maybe you're not. Either way, just please remember that I'm not a financial or investment advisor. And so, of course, this video is not official financial or investment advice. Okay, the first project that we have to talk about here is GMX. The website is displayed on screen here. GMX, of course, is the absolute star on Arbitrum. It's a perpetual DEX, and these are futures where you can use up to 50x leverage. And so with this kind of a perpetual, you can speculate on an asset's price without an expiration date. This is in contrast to futures because those do indeed expire at a specific date in the future. Bitcoin and Ethereum are usually popular picks for perpetuals, also known as perps. And so in contrast to a traditional spot market, you can, if you want, use leverage on perps. We don't always recommend that, but it is something that you can do. Just handle leverage with care. It's best to be very careful here. And it's best to only trade with them if you're already very familiar with how they work. Leverage can be great. It can definitely multiply your profits, no doubt about it. But when the trade backfires and goes in the wrong direction, your losses also multiply. So, just tread carefully. Within crypto, I've definitely noticed a big increase when it comes to the popularity of DEXs. And shown here is actually the biggest DEX in this particular space, DYDX, which recently moved from Ethereum to Cosmos. Now, GMX is available on 2 chains. Besides Arbitrum, that's one of them, but the other is Avalanche. And GMX uses 3 tokens in its ecosystem. Of course, it uses GMX. This is the utility as well as the governance token. It also uses GM, the liquidity provider token for GMX V2 markets, and 12 million ARB tokens incentivize these pools. And then there's also GLP, the liquidity provider token for GMX V1 markets. And you can migrate your GLP to GMV2 pools. However, the incentives for this did end a couple of days ago on the 30th of January. V1 launched in late 2021. It is concise and effective while also offering real returns. However, it does have limitations. So for example, there is an imbalance of OI or open interest, and there's no arbitrage option to rebalance this either. You can only trade 5 assets. And another issue is that for small and medium traders, the costs are high, admittedly. V2 launched in early August 2023, and that represents a more secure and balanced version. All right, at number 2 on our list here, we're looking at Radiant Capital. You can find this one on Arbitrum, BNB, and for 2 months also on Ethereum. And the idea here is that you can earn, you can stake, you can borrow on this platform. And as I'm recording right now, and as you can see within the Arbitrum ecosystem, Radiant has moved up a couple of spots. In terms of TVL, it sits at number 6, $117.95 million in total value locked. And Radiant also offers leverage. Radiant is now on V2. It runs on layer 0, so being active on Radiant actually might get you some layer 0 airdrop allocation. Not guaranteed, but it's a possibility. Radiant V2 offers some interesting features as well. So for example, dynamic liquidity or DLP. The idea here is that any deposit, you can lock 5% in DLP tokens. This gives you 3 reward opportunities, and the max APR here is 32.99%. Another compelling feature is the RDNT token emission system. There's also a share in platform fees, which come in the form of blue chip cryptos like either BTC or ETH. And another perk is that you receive voting power for the Radiant DAO. Radiant also offers a one lock and loop option for DLP, which basically just means that you can increase your collateral value. You automate the cycle of depositing and borrowing, so it repeats itself. The max looped USDC APR is high, 69.5%. Now, this lock and loop function also qualifies you for the DLP. This is a tool that will borrow ETH so that you can make the 5% threshold as described a moment ago. And if you already qualify for DLP tokens, the protocol does not borrow any extra ETH. And then additionally, Radiant also has a zap function. So for instance, let's say you want a position in the balancer RDNT ETH pool. This would take 4 transactions, but the zap function reduces this to 1 click. So that's very convenient. Just be aware that before you can use the zap function, you do need a minimum of $5 worth of DLP. And lastly, Radiant also has a Layer 0 OFT bridge. OFT is the token standard for Layer 0's omni-chain fungible token. And bridging will allow you to get higher platform fees on other chains. Last but not least here, we're looking at Treasure, whose ticker is MAGIC, M-A-G-I-C. This one in particular is going to be banking on the crypto gaming narrative, which, as you probably know by now, we're major fans of. We're extremely bullish on crypto and blockchain gaming at Altcoin Buzz. And so, of course, we're going to be excited about a quality gaming project on Arbitrum. You can get into DeFi here, NFTs, and GameFi with this particular project with Treasure. And it's actually aiming to build a decentralized gaming ecosystem. And Treasure sees itself as a decentralized version of Nintendo. The gaming industry is already massive. However, projections are that it's going to continue to grow and could reach a $682 billion value by 2030, which is now only 6 years away. And so, of course, it's no surprise that plenty of blockchain gaming platforms want a slice of this pie. It's massive, and it's only continuing to grow and expand. Treasure has its MAGIC token, again, M-A-G-I-C, which powers the whole Treasure ecosystem. And NFTs are kind of like the glue that binds everything together. You can earn MAGIC by playing their games. And they have a bunch of titles, but you can play, for example, their flagship game, which is called Bridge World. And you can also stake MAGIC in the Atlas mine and receive governance options. The platform offers treasuries, and these are MAGIC-infused assets. Their use cases vary across Bridge World and other games. And the MAGIC token is available on all major exchanges. So, for example, Binance, Coinbase, Gate, or KuCoin. And you can also find it on smaller, even local exchanges like Bitvavo in the Netherlands or BTC Turk in Turkey. And the big multi-chain dexes also have MAGIC. So Uniswap, Trader Joe, SushiSwap. You have a lot of options here. And so those are 3 projects that we're pretty excited about within the Arbitrum ecosystem. There is an honorable mention here that I feel we should briefly cover just before finishing the video, and that is Alaya. It's a distributed AI data platform that integrates collection and labeling. And the artificial intelligence angle makes this a pretty interesting project. Among other characteristics, for example, it has a gamified AI data training platform. It's not just AI, though, because it also has an important privacy function so that your data doesn't end up everywhere, all over the internet, as it currently does. So I just wanted to mention that one briefly before we wrap up. But there you have it. These are projects within the Arbitrum ecosystem, which is super impressive right now, that we're very excited about. Maybe you already have 1 or 2 or all of these on your radar. Maybe there's another Arbitrum ecosystem project that we missed out. Let me know in the comments below which of these projects you're most excited about. Like I said, we're going to be keeping a close eye on all of these, and we're excited to see this space, the Arbitrum ecosystem, growing and continuing to do very impressive work. Altcoin Buzz Alpha is proud to say that we now have a winning portfolio spread among different sectors. And additionally, we're also very well positioned to get into good IDOs. And if you're into passive income and airdrops, just check out the number that we've received until now. Add to that the original TIA airdrop and all the others that are upcoming. We've achieved this by giving several deeply researched and diversified calls. Just check out some of these numbers from December 2023, last month. And right now, the plan moving forward is to reallocate profits to low caps, to diversify into new segments, to keep getting bigger and better airdrops, to catch the latest trends like Bitcoin and Linea inscriptions, and to dollar cost average during market flushes. We just recently introduced a yearly subscription to Patreon, and you can take advantage of that because if you subscribe to that yearly plan for a limited time, you get 1 month's membership completely free. Check us out by clicking on the link in the description of this video and the pinned comment below.